What happened yesterday in Pittsburgh is truly unspeakable. It's unspeakable. I don't care if you are Jewish, if you are a Christian, if you're a Catholic, if you're a Protestant, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Taoist, whatever you are, whatever you are. You go into your synagogue, go into your church, go into your temple, go into your mosque, and you want to pray. And some deranged person walks into that safe space with an AR-15 and several Glocks, and 11 people brutally lose their lives. I have the chief here today. I came in as you were speaking, Chief, and your words penetrated into my heart. I think all of our hearts. Were it not for law enforcement, more people might have died. Even though he emptied everything that he had, and he decided, okay, I finished killing 11 Jews, I'll go find somebody else to kill. Just think about it. Think about it. Next time you go to your house of worship, think about it. What can we do? What can we do as individuals? What can we do collectively as Jewish leaders, leaders of Jewish organizations, non-Jewish organizations, any organization? What can we do? The first thing we need to do is be supportive of the New York Police Department. We cannot walk safely on these streets without the women and men in blue. Well, yesterday it wasn't NYPD, it was federal authorities, but regardless, jump into the fray with bullets flying. Know that their job isn't to protect themselves, is to protect others. It takes a very special person to do that. The chief leads many of them. The NYPD has more than 30,000 of them. They are us, we are them. This is what New York is, this is what Staten Island is, and we need to continue to maintain that relationship with law enforcement. It goes across the board for all the agencies. The question is, what do we do? Obviously, we need to be aware, we need to be alert. But most importantly, I believe, we need to build bridges to others. We can't afford to live in a bubble. We can't afford to live in our own space. We need to make sure that whoever we are, what our identification is, that we reach out and open up a line of communication with others. Whether you're African American, whether you're Latino, whether you're an Asian, whether you're from any place on the face of the world, living here in New York, you need to build friendships. It's one thing that I think that all of us have experienced over the past, I guess it's about 24 hours. Being a Sabbath observer, I didn't even know about it until 7 o'clock last night. New York is that kind of a place where we live side by side. Regardless of whatever borough you live in, you live side by side with neighbors. Some are like us, some are not like us. And over the past 24 hours, there has been outreach from so many friends. Somebody up here at the podium, thanks to the amazing leadership of Mendy and Scott here in the COJO. So many friends who aren't like us, who don't practice like we practice our faith, but stand here in solidarity with us. But there's one thing which is very clear. Whoever is in a position of leadership, doesn't make a difference whether it's political or not, one has to mind their words. One has to mind their words. Whatever we say has to be balanced, has to be measured. Whatever we speak, you have to understand that people are listening. And therefore, when you say something, think about what somebody who's listening to what you have to say is going to do with your words. Of opening up various potentials for doing things, of course, that might be very good, but tragically, as we have seen time and again over week after week, month after month, over these past few years, it's been for something horrifically bad. This room is filled with an array of individuals representing the borough of Staten Island. I am confident that under the leadership here in this city, here in this borough, here among the Jewish community, here with law enforcement, as the phrase goes, we're better than that. Not just better than that, we excel at it. We excel at it. But being excellent at it isn't good enough. I don't know what the next stage is, but we have to get there. I'm worried not only about my own safety, why shouldn't I be? I'm worried about everybody else's safety, about my children, about my grandchildren, about your children, about your grandchildren. We need to be better at the highest possible level that a human being can achieve.